Guys, I'm Greg Srzawasti with Deepest Dream. Pleasure to meet you both.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
I, I am very embarrassed to say this, but late in my life, I've started watching the works of Buster Keaton, and he's a filmmaker who I don't have to tell you this, but he's making comedies with a cinematic scale. Wondering for you guys as emerging writers and artists, was he just one of the luminaries that you guys were inspired by? Because when you look at your films, you can say, well, this is so funny, but I'm going to come back to it because they have so many great visual set pieces. Can you guys speak to that, I guess?
Yeah, I'm happy you asked that. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's sort of like a North Star for us. I think like Buster Keaton, obviously from the pure just like throwing his body on the line for it, is an inspiration for us. But certainly, you know, Charlie Chaplin from a young age I was obsessed with, and then I discovered Buster Keaton a little later. And really, even Tati and Pierre Tex and like these, you know, and I think what all four of those, and there's other filmmakers, but all four of those have in common is like there's a simplicity to the comedy and to the way in which they use physical comedy to juxtapose against emotion and character. And so like that has always been like a foundation of like when we're coming into writing a scene, we're like, okay, let's just strip it down to the simplicity. What ingredients do we need?
Yeah, and as far as writing the screenplays, a lot of people, they find it hard to actually write their first screenplay. Is that maybe a fear or challenge that you guys are both over? And if you guys are not over it or over it, what are the keys to actually finishing that story, you know, as respective writers?
I mean, I think the key to being a good writer is just write a lot. I think it has more to do with the quantity of your work than anything else. And I think the way to get over that hurdle is just to keep writing. And a lot of times we'll write scenes and then trash the entire thing and come up with something better. But it takes that first scene for you to realize what you like or don't like, or to inspire you to write something else. And I think it has a lot to do with quantity over finesse the quality.
Yeah, it is hard to write your first screenplay.
Yes.
But it's not about your first screenplay. It's about your like 10th or 12th screenplay. So, so in a strange way, you have to just get past your first screenplay to get to the second, and then to the third, and then to the fourth, and then eventually you might write something good. At least that's, for me, was the case.
Same.
So Buster Keaton writing screenplays. Most importantly, what about a revisit to the beautiful works of the Fray? Can you guys speak to that and their
Love
music?
the Fray.
I was like, I wasn't thinking of these guys for years. Oh my gosh, they had some bangers though.
Yeah, and they're on tour right now, so go get tickets and check them out. They're rocking. No, I'm a big Fray fan. Kyle's a big Fray fan. We just loved it, and when we wrote it in, it just felt very like of a moment and specific and distinct, and like it like defined those characters in a really fun way.
And we thought it was funny too, you know, people really identify music with their relationships. It's like, it's a really common thing where people are like, oh, that's our song, you know what I mean? And we thought, how much fun is it if this was their song, if this was that moment for them?
So my final question for both of you is a very quick two-parter. First part is at the end of, as you guys know, as cinephiles, the end of Sullivan's Travels, you see all those people just laughing and the joy of comedy. I'm wondering for you as filmmakers and writers, do you feel that as well? Or is that overthinking it? It's all about the work. And the second part of it, can you guys, as writers and artists, just recommend a film for our community that inspires you as artists, that continues to inspire you guys as artists as well? And thanks for your time.
So yeah, first question, like, I think the question was like, do we embrace the response to the film and right? Is that
yeah, or do we think about the reaction to that film?
Yeah. I think it's twofold. As a director, you have to make the film for yourself first, and you have to make yourself laugh and yourself respond emotionally and that, and then it's about sort of like checking in to see if anyone else is operating in your mind, if anyone else is connecting with it as well. Because if you're just making it for yourself, it's kind of boring. But if you're not going after what you think is like profound or unique or interesting, you'll just get lost chasing something. So like I always think about like, will this make people laugh? But it always comes from a place of, will it make me laugh first, you know?
And recommend.
What do you got?
I was going to do Lena Wertmuller.
Just say whatever.
I think Seven Beauties is a masterpiece.
I would say if of Lena Wertmuller movies, Seduction of Mimi.
See both of them.
I see the Seduction of Mimi, and then another Italian film, Seduced and Abandoned, maybe? Yeah. No, Pizza Triangle. Ettore Scola. Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.